Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2024 AVP Manhattan Beach Open, or what is otherwise known as the ever-popular, ever-high-in-demand MBO. I'm Rob Espero, and joining me is the lovely Corinne Quiggle, who is back on the call after joining us in Huntington Beach. As always, providing great insight from the player perspective. But Corinne, what do you think about our matchup here between Xolani Hodel, Kahlee York, facing off against the number 2 seed in our tournament, our Olympians Kahlee, Cheng, and Sara Hughes?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, Xolani's had a lot of experience at Stanford. Kahlee is just a great defender, but Kahlee and Sara are also just a top team in the U.S. and a top team in the world.
Hodel starts off with a pass, and Cheng with a good dig, or correction, Hughes with a good dig of Hodel. Hodel pops one up. York on the handset, rolling it down the line is the X Factor, or Xolani Hodel.
Yeah, great control by both of them there to steady that set and make Xolani in a good spot.
Kahlee York steps back to serve, the 5'11" defender, former LSU standout. Serve over towards Cheng. Cheng looks and shoots through the block, picked up by York off the nets, but Hodel unable to get a hook underneath it to keep it in play.
Yeah, starting on Kahlee here, I wonder if that's because of the option ball. Kelly's technically on the good side, or the better side, I should say, but if she's optioning, she's also hitting from that better side of the court.
Is there a good side right now, though, Corinne, in your opinion?
It's not necessarily the side, maybe just the wind is coming straight off of the ocean and coming towards the strand. So everybody, Kahlee on this side being on the right and Kahlee on that side being on the left, is on the favorable half of the court.
So that knuckle poke winner by Cheng finding the sand. 2 serve to 1. Good pass by York, handset by Hodel. Deep shot, over on one goes Hughes, over on one goes Hodel. No one up to block, bumps it to the right side. Cheng looks and shoots long.
I was worried, or more expecting Kahlee Cheng to go with that jump up. We saw it a lot at the Olympics, actually, but she jump bumped it to her partner, not over.
2 serve to 2, our score here in set number 1 just started here in our matchup between the number 2 seed. That's Kahlee Cheng and Sara Hughes. Facing off against Xolani Hodel and Kahlee York, the 18 seed, as Hodel serves that one long, 3 serving 2. Fast pace already here to get out here in our feature matchup here on court 1. Sara Hughes, the 5'10" defender from Costa Mesa, California. SC grad as York goes off the cable. Cheng sets right side. Hughes rips it off of York.
Yeah, great power, great control, keeping that ball in front of her for Sara. Kahlee made a good move. She's right there on defense, but just got a little outside of her body.
Hughes, a former All-American, with her former classmate and SC grad teammate Kahlee Cheng, or at the time Clay's. The Orange County products, I take great pride in some OC gals representing here.
Yeah, there's a lot of OC gals. I believe Xolani's also from down there.
Yeah, but she's from Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach is no, just
Not
kidding,
OC?
people, just kidding. Love all the peeps in Huntington. Great volleyball community in Huntington Beach for sure. At Huntington Beach High School, Edison, and you got all the club action happening down Newland Street, Brookhurst, and just south of here.
Yeah, it's growing all over California.
Double contact called on the set. That's BMAC, our first referee.
Yeah, Kahlee kind of taking that while she was still in motion, spinning it off of her hands. Just a little too much.
Leave it to you for the intricacies, Corinne, because I didn't even see that, but I believe you because it came out all wonky. Cheng on the pass and going over the block. Kahlee York zigging when she should have zagged.
Yeah, Cheng getting a really good look in. I mean, she fully took her eyes off of the ball, straight looked at the defender, and then saw where the open court was.
Read the paper, checked her social feed, then shot it.
Yeah,
5 serving 4.
Gave herself so much time, and oh, what an up by Kahlee.
York down the line, overhand dig by Cheng. Cheng looks, goes off the cable. It's a whole lot of dirty ball, but it still counts as a point in the scorebook.
Use the equipment when you can.
Do you train for something like that, Corinne? I'm just curious, like junk balls?
We try to train the quick movement from being stopped to move forward. So if it does hit the tape or let's say off of a block, we actually do that off of a boogie board sometimes.
Poor boogie board. Xolani Hodel, we got one hand stab dig by Sara. Oh, and Kahlee lost track of it in the sun and had a ton of spin on it. She was like, had a solid base, got underneath it, just a spin, just took it out of control.
Yeah, that was a very beautiful stab by Sara, but went sky high.
5-6 our score here in set number 1. Hodel back to serve. Spin serve goes about a foot long, 7-5. Apologize if the score bug is not up on the screen. So I'm going to try and see the score as often as I can because courtside our score is not functional. Ball's passed by York. Hodel bump sets to the right side. York blocked. Goes off the block and out of play. I thought maybe there was not a touch off of Kahlee Cheng, but I guess there was. No one's arguing about the call. 6-7. York listed at 5'11".
Yeah, Kahlee was also coached by Drew, who is Taryn and Kristen's coach. She speaks very highly of him and has a lot of that same demeanor that Kristen holds a little bit on that defense. She's calm back there. She's ready to move, but not making too many quick adjustments.
8-6 on the turn. You saw that blast by Kahlee Cheng down the line on our second side switch of the match. Drew Hamilton, coach of Taryn Cloth, and Kristen Nuss also is a coach for Kahlee York, and Russell Brock doing some good things out there in Baton Rouge. Service end of the net, point going to Kahlee and Xolani. 7-8.
I like their intentions on the serve. They're moving Kahlee and Zo. They're kind of serving deep, serving short, serving in the middle, exploring their options on that serve. Zo's been going for her topspin, now switches to a float.
Knuckled over on the no-looky cookie by Sara Hughes. 9-7. Sara Hughes goes deep over to York. Hodel, beautiful hand set to the right side. Easy dig for Hughes. Hughes drops a shot down the line. Easy winner, 10-7.
Yeah, Sara moving that ball, taking that, moving the blocker and the defender just causes a little bit of disruption on the defense of Xolani and Kahlee's side.
Hughes looking to go towards York again, and she does. Great set to the right side. Anticipation by Hughes is good, but York's swing too good. 8-10, stopping the three-point run by Hughes and Cheng. Bring Kahlee York back to serve. York from Bradenton, Florida, and Lakewood Ranch High School. Had a 24-8 record in her senior season.
It's pretty nice. That's pretty good. Yeah, she was a solid teammate at LSU. Wow, what a turn.
Cheng drops it down the line, and Hodel pulled. I was surprised that she pulled with how good a set that was by Hughes to Kahlee.
Still had good hands on it. I like Xolani's pull dig. She's pretty good at it. Maybe not on the tight sets like that, but she has good control when she pulls.
Kahlee Cheng back to serve, up 11-8. Goes off the cable again. Time to buy a lotto ticket when you get that many off the cable and get the winner.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that on this court. I feel like this net must be tight.
It's the tightrope court, that's for sure. Kahlee Cheng down the line to York. Xolani fakes the attack. York, deep corner shot, and puts a stamp in the corner.
Yeah, definitely open that option up for Kahlee. I like that play from Xolani, and I want to see them exploring the options. We know that that's something that Sara and Kahlee do, and I think that that's something that Xolani likes to do, and so it could be an interesting thing to add to their game.
We got 12-9 at the technical timeout. The coach for Sara and Kahlee is Jordan Cheng, and I believe Corinne got the coaching staff for
Kurt Lee, I believe, is the coach for Kahlee and Xolani.
I was going to hit you up, Corinne. I mean, like all of us, we watch the Olympics, but what are your thoughts on the beach volleyball competition this year at Paris?
Oh, it was awesome. It was so fun to watch. A lot of great teams, a lot of great performances. Brandy and Mel, who also play AVP, they had a phenomenal run. I mean, just played such high level ball. Brandy was controlling at the net, and as a 5'11", blocker, she is so inspirational. I mean, so amazing. And Mel is just such a steady defender. It was really fun for them to watch them play and do so well in that tournament.
Well, it's funny following their social media and this regular media. Like, I'm a 5'11" blocker. I shouldn't be up here.
But she should. She's one of the best in the world. She should.
She swats a lot because she floats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hodel back to serve. 9 looking at 12. Hodel, the 6'1" blocker from Huntington Beach, California. Cheng passes off net. Hughes bumps that left side. Knuckle, and this time the cable says no bueno.
Yeah, and this is such a quick turnaround for Sara and Kahlee, also coming from the Olympics. You know, that's such a massive tournament. They've been training everything for that tournament. And so obviously Manhattan Beach is a big tournament. We call it the granddaddy down here. And so it's a hard turnaround for them probably. They're probably tired and, you know, just had a lot of emotion, fluctuation, and a great experience at the Olympics.
See that serve go into the net for Sara and Kahlee finishing 5th in this year's Olympics. But I mean, so many people are proud of the effort they put out. And hey, let's just face it, anyone in the top 15 in the world could have podiumed.
Yeah, no, it was great competition there. They played phenomenally. They crushed pool play. It was really fun to watch them compete on the highest stage.
Ball's knocked off the block by York. Smart play. Kahlee got a good read, but her hands were turned outward, resulting in our 11-13 score.
They're keeping it close, but, you know, having their 2-point lead there and keeping that lead, but it is kind of going back and forth at this point in the game.
Good pass by Kahlee. Ball drifts over the net, and Xolani with a return package. 12, serving to 13.
We've seen a few more setting errors than I'd expect. The last one, Sara set it a little bit off. Kahlee made a good play, but didn't quite get it over the net. This one a little bit tight. She's trying to correct it, but I'm feeling a little pressure on that set.
York back to the service line, waiting the signals from Xolani. Deep float serve, and I thought that thing was going to drop. But Kahlee did the famous dodgeball maneuver. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. 14 serving 12. Cheng going over towards Hodel. Great bump set, and Hodel, did she go to the lefty on that? I was screened by the R2.
I'm not exactly sure, but it was a great movement by her, just right inside of Kahlee's arms.
Hodel playing for Andrew Fuller's Stanford Cardinal, really elevating that program. They've been some key athletes that Coach Andrew Fuller's picked up that have really made that program rise to where it's at today.
Definitely a growing program and producing some really good athletes out here.
You know, I obviously follow the college game, so they are young and they are good. But there isn't an easy day in the WCC or the, well, I guess it's going to be the MPSF now because there's no longer a Pac-12.
Yeah, I think everybody's good now in the college and on the pro tour and on every level it's just risen so much.
On the pull, Kahlee gets Xolani trying to drop back on defense. 16 serving to 13.
A timeout called by Kahlee and Xolani. Yeah, Kelly and Sara are looking really steady right now. They're playing their game. They're looking for the options when they can. Kelly's taking her opportunities at that point. So, I mean, I like their consistency. They're not doing anything too much, but they're also not. They're kind of almost conserving their energy and taking the point when it's given to them. When it's they have their opportunity.
Well, again, we've got a timeout here on the court in our matchup between Xolani Hodel and Kahlee York against Kelly Cheng and Sara Hughes. You know, watching the Olympics this last year, though, it's like seeing the ever-growing influence of NCAA teams on the international scene.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Spanish girls played at TCU. So many girls playing, and even some of there's a Dutch girl who played and won the Continental Qualifier, didn't go to the Olympics, but she's going to be going to Texas this coming year. So many international girls playing on the NCAA.
You had a Paraguayan Olympian as well who transferred from Texas A&M Corpus Christi, now will be playing at TCU. As you see Sara Hughes come back out of the timeout with serve, leading 16-13. York passes right up to the net, and York chops it, and look at that. It's the string patrol by York as she bounces it across court. 14-16.
Yeah, way out wide there, and she's able to cut that back. Really nice shot.
York listed at 5'11" from Bradenton, Florida. The Sandy Tig, I was corrected last time. I've been calling them Sandy Tigers the whole time. Cheng looks and scores. Hodel had a good jump on her, but that long look by Cheng mess with your head.
Really great vision by Cheng. She was able to see Xolani's timing and also aim for her and aim almost underneath her.
I feel like there's been a lot of service errors here.
Yeah, there's been quite a few, but there still feels like they're in rhythm. Score is 14, serving 17.
They've been going towards Cheng. Let's see if they change anything up here. That says Xolani Hodel at the service line. Really changing up her serves. Dirty ace, a winner again.
Kelly and Sara had one earlier. Now it's Xolani and Kahlee's turn.
It's a trickler party. Hodel knowing she got away with one there. We call it the sorry not sorry ace. Oh, I thought that one may have hit just outside the sideline.
But I like her being aggressive on that side, using her thumb up, topspin into the wind and trying to aim for those sidelines.
18, serving 15. Hughes floats it down the line towards York. Great set, no block. Pulling is Cheng, and York takes advantage, but I thought maybe she came up a little funny off the landing.
Yeah, that was a really nice pick off by Kahlee. I mean, that ball was kind of floating towards the net. Kelly got out of there, pulled, and Kahlee took advantage.
This flip score shows 17-18. I had 16-18, and now everyone's having a discussion. But Coach Jordan Cheng's already shifted sides, conceding the score is 18-17.
Maybe, yeah, I also thought, but it seems like Jordan's on board with 17-18, and
well, I'm hand tabbing courtside just because our scoreboard is down, but I had 16-18 also. We'll just be quiet. No one on the stream say anything.
Our coach always said you have to win by 2, and if that 1 point makes a difference, then
that's on you.
That was Nina in college.
York back to serve, trailing by 1 now, 17-18. Ball's pass off net by Sara. Pushing out to the pin is Kelly. Good dig by York. Hodel gets underneath it. Awesome set. Wiped off the block. Cheng going over on 2. Off the cable. Saved by York. Knuckle poke by Hodel, Cheng looks and options over. Crowd liking the 2-ball contest.
Yeah, well, that's going to get some energy on Kahlee and Sara's side. What a great rally. They stayed into it. Kahlee with a nice pickup on that short ball. And Xolani getting that ball nice and deep, making them struggle for it. But great swing by Kahlee down the line.
19-17. Cheng goes towards York. Hodel bumps that side in the middle, knuckled. Good anticipation by Hughes, and another option ball winner gives us our first set point, 2017. That pickup by Hughes was so perfect. I think even I could have hit that down.
Yeah, Kahlee, you don't notice it maybe too, but she put herself in a great position to hit that ball, which is not easy to do when you're turning from the net.
Cheng into the seam, York with a pass, traps that, and traps that it is, saved by York and Hodel. Hodel swings and gets the bounce back. 18 serving to set point number 2.
Xolani and Kahlee have been super stable still. They're staying calm in those moments where the ball is kind of out of system and putting each other back in system to find those moments, find those placements.
Scrapping away at every point is the underdog, Xolani Hodel and Kahlee York. Hodel going towards Cheng, tight pass, saved by Hughes. Cheng looks and hammers down the line, 21-18 with a punctuation mark. Point going to Hughes and Cheng as they take the first 21-18 and go up 1-0. Corinne, thoughts on our first set of action?
Yeah, I feel like we started out close together, point by point. Xolani and Kahlee definitely having that calm demeanor on their side, just trying to better the ball every time. And now I see Kahlee and Sara getting some energy. They're firing after those last few points. So I'm excited to see what they come out with into the second set, because I think that they're going to come out swinging.
We're getting some really good ball, though. It's like both teams are really battling back and forth, really making a great set of action just to get us going. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here and take a picture while Mpu, the greatest photographer on earth, he's the guy that hangs in the background taking pictures for the AVP, so he'll end up photoshopping me out and keeping Vic and Corinne, and I'm good with it.
Getting some team pics.
So, Corinne, we did see a lot of the option ball, but not until the tail end of that set. I wonder why they shifted. Did you see anything where...
Well, I think that Sara had a few more options there running down those shots, and that gave her like a little bit more consistency on that passing to get that pass set right up next to the net for Kahlee to get off and get her body around the ball so that she can take it onto. So you started seeing it more in transition, and that's when the balls happen really fast, and it's really hard to defend those. So we'll see if Xolani and Kahlee continue with that. I would love to see them stay aggressive, swinging at the ball, keeping their calm demeanor, but also using the moments when they're given them.
Yeah, one thing that I captured from the broadcast of the Olympics was how when Kahlee and Sara walk to change sides, they're holding hands, but about just the connection and the importance of that connection as they compete together.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely brings you together as a team. I mean, we saw the A team was team hugs. So, you know, they're trying to create that connection, be close, and be able to come together in between points, win or lose.
First ball goes long, 1-0 for the team of Hughes and Cheng. York with a great pass. Hodel knows what to do with it on the option ball.
Great turn by her. She took that ball nice and high right outside of Kelly's block. Very hard ball to defend.
1-1. Deep float serve over towards Cheng. Bumps it high in the middle, and Hodel clamping down with both hands. 2 serving 1. Hodel just a monster on that block. She got such a good read, and she piked over, pressed over, and added a little oomph to it. Shallow serve over towards Sara. Sara on the tack, and she jumbos in the corner.
What a great option there. I love that. When you don't know where to go, maybe you can't see your defender, maybe you can't see the blocker, that jumbo is always a great shot to have. Good vision and awareness by Sara.
She went from 310 area code into the 714 on that one. That was so deep.
And a super aggressive serve by Kahlee. Gets them out of system. And a point for Kahlee and Sara. That is 3-2, 3 serving 2.
Xolani Hodel with that knuckler going into the net. Cheng back to serve. And she goes into the net, bailing out in serve receive, tying up at 3s. Hodel will hit the serve and come up to the net. But you got to be wary of the option game on 2 against these two, but don't need to worry about it if you serve it in the net.
Yeah, I'd love them both teams to find a lot of consistency. I feel like Kahlee and Sara have definitely picked up their serve. They're serving aggressively and consistently right now. Xolani has the opportunity with her jump serve to find that aggressive serve, but just a few errors here.
This team of York and Hodel is a new team this 2024 season. And they're getting some good results in the contenders, or the contender series. Bumps it right on York. Little thumb down pound action.
Yeah, I love that snap. That's a nice high take by Kahlee. Yeah, you were saying Kahlee and Xolani finishing second in Wapaka. Really good finish by them there.
And they took down some really hot teams along the way. Cheng, good pass. Hughes, high set in the middle, and going against the grain on the knuckler is Cheng. 5 serving 4.
Those pokies are so hard to stop because she can go anywhere. She can go deep, short, around the blocker, into the middle, towards the defender. I mean, it's really a difficult ball.
6-1, Kelly Cheng back to serve. I think Xolani may have just passed an out ball, but we got a trap. Jousting up top is Hodel, and then no looky cookie. The hocus pocus over the shoulder by Cheng makes it 6-4.
And those are the things that fire her up. She really feeds off of those moments, off of those little things that she gets away with. That's such a nice option on 2 into that corner that's wide open.
And she had good court awareness where she is at, because that ball landed very shallow on the other side in area 2. York, good pass. Hodel on 2, picked up by Hughes, passed by Cheng. York on the dig. York going high line and knocks it down. 5 serving 6. Xolani Hodel back to serve, gets the whistle from Bob McCarthy. Still waiting for signals from Kahlee, York, her partner. Hughes passes high. And Hughes with the extreme angle out of the right side, 7-5.
Seeing Sara take a few more balls on serve receive here.
That brings a 5-10. Hughes back to serve. Dropping it down the line over to York. Tight pass saved by Hodel, picked up by Hughes. And Cheng looks and shoots again, 8-5, and they're getting into a rhythm here on the option.
Yeah, Sara's just controlling that ball so well. I mean, she's putting that ball perfectly by the net, right into Kelly's hitting window, and Kelly's ready for it every time.
Eight serving 5. York off the pass. And York on the attack, dug by Cheng, picked up by Hughes. Knuckle poke joust, saved by York. Hodel dug by Hughes. They're going to call a lift on the dig. What do you think, Corinne? Hard enough driven?
About that. I think Sara hit that so fast. I don't think it should be called. And And maybe, you know, we kind of had an interesting, not call, but point discrepancy in the first set. Maybe this will fire them up even more. I mean, they took advantage of it in the first set, so we'll see. But I don't think that one maybe should be called.
Like, if you were to take a poll here on the sand, not that you should ever pay attention to the crowd that's on the sand, but they would have said you shouldn't have called that.
Yeah, no.
But I hear some discussion behind it. I kind of agree that it may not have been fast enough. And the distance from the net was, you know, not close enough.
Yeah. I just thought that Sara and herself had her hands off of it fast enough.
It's not like AYSO. You're not protecting your head. York back to serve at the 6-8 turn. Deep float serve over towards Hughes. It's tight, and Cheng wins out. Going to the left hand, she seems very talented with both hands right now.
Yeah, and they're optioning, I would say, the majority of these balls right now. Sara is consistently passing forward and trying to, no matter where they serve her or where she gets the ball, put that ball onto the net.
Good pass by York, bump set by Hodel, and York hits it into the net. 9-6. Actually, 10-6.
The timeout called by Kahlee and Xolani.
So Xolani Hodel, playing at the ones for Stanford this last season, had a new partner in Brooke Rockwell, a true freshman. And if you look through that entire Stanford lineup, they always had a freshman somewhere in there.
That's incredible. They're just building their team up for the coming years. That's going to be a strong team.
But you can't take away the fact that the rest of the nation is also getting such solid talent, because if you look at juniors and look at where people are committing to, I mean, there's technically a second-year program in Texas, which will be has grabbed a bunch of talent. Florida State, you have the FIUs, the FAUs, and you start going, you know, westward, you know, LSU. Then you can't overlook places like Tulane, and as you go westward, I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Just
Grand Canyon,
so much talent.
Arizona State. There's so much really good talent out there, so the competition is getting fierce. The referees trying to make their case to us, but we're giving them a thumbs down just because they're referees. We don't even listen anymore. I got a good crew out here, though. We got Bob McCarthy, Scott Long, and Dave Vandermeer on duty on our court. They've been doing great work all day. As you see, Kelly Cheng back to serve. Hodel, good pass right up to the middle. High ball, really high ball set, and Xolani just out jumping at that point.
Beautiful turn by Xolani. I mean, she had Kelly right in front of her, right in her face, and that was a beautiful just touch on the ball to make that ball go sharp into that angle.
Hodel goes deep to Hughes again, and Cheng goes to that lefty knuckler again as well.
Another option, yeah. I have to say, Sara and Kelly have probably played in some of the most beautiful venues, coming from the Eiffel Tower, now on the beautiful beach of Manhattan Beach. I mean, just living it up at their venues. It doesn't get better than those.
Ball served over towards Hodel. Hodel takes a blast. It's dug up and over. The dig to kill has made an appearance here on court number one. Sara Hughes controlling it up and over. 11-7, correction, 12-7.
What a reaction. It was a perfect reaction by her just to flip that arm out and get it over the net.
Deep serve to Hodel again. York low bumps at this time, and looks like it misses wide or long or both.
Still like that aggressive swing by Xolani. They're now switching sides, trying to give them a different look, but I like Xolani going in aggressive and hard. That's what they need to do against Sara and Kelly.
13 serving to 7. 6-point lead as Hodel cuts across court. Can't even really call that a pull by Kelly. She just was hanging out in that shallow area 6 and knocking it down to Hodel.
Using that transition time where the other team has to set up and set up their own defense. That was a great play by Kahlee and Xolani. Kahlee setting that up off of that ball, walking right into that cut shot. And we have the technical timeout at 13-8.
Looks like both teams are strategizing pretty heavily here. Looking at Hodel and York, they're trying their best to get back into this one, trailing by 5.
I think the last time Kelly and Sara played at the NBO, they played against each other in the finals. Sara coming out on top with Kelly Kalinske.
That's right.
that was a playoff, and then the next tournament they were gone playing international tournaments, making sure they qualify for the Paris Olympics. A lot of experience, but this time I think they both want their name on the pier.
Maybe that is the goal, as you see Coach Jordan Cheng coaching his gals. That's Kelly Cheng and Sara Hughes. As they take court first out of the timeout, or the technical timeout. It's like 6'1" is a pretty good size for a blocker, but he had 6'1" with a phenomenal jump like Xolani Hodel, and you've literally got a beast at the net.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job at the net, moving well, tracking pretty well, even when Kelly and Sara are moving that ball or taking that ball on too.
York with an old school standing float serve. Cheng looks and shoots and puts it away. 14, serving at 8. Cheng gets the whistle. Hodel, good pass. One-on-one and return to sender. It's KC or Kelly Cheng stuffing it up top.
Yeah, Kelly's starting to feel that she's found her groove. She found it late last set, so she has now been doing a lot of really good things, taking those balls on two, being a force at the net. She's definitely put herself into this game.
Cheng steps back to serve with a 15-8 lead. And dropping an ace on the line is Kelly Cheng, 16-8. Looked like that ball should have been taken by Kahlee, as close as her side, and it's the cross-body swing from the serve. Whoa, that was another close one.
Yeah, but they raked off a few of those points right away. That's important for them because now they're leading 16-9.
Hodel back to serve. Hodel found their way into this match, surviving a 3-set tiebreak as that serve misses long. What a way to start off the morning. They went an hour and 6 minutes to defeat the number 16 seed, Elena Chacon and Mariah Whalen.
Yeah, so the winner of this game, I believe, is done for the day, comes back on Saturday. The loser goes into the loser's bracket and has one more.
8 serving to 17. Scores 21-17, 17-21, and 15-7. Bump set high to the left pin, and Cheng dug by York. York gets up, shoots it again, but unfortunately falls wide.
A good follow by Sara to switch 18-10.
18-10 our score here in set number 2. Coach walking with his teammates here towards the near side of York and Hodel. It's a big deficit to overtake. But that'll help, 11-18.
Kelly and Sara just feeling calm out there, having their energy, bringing that out. You know, they're a really tough team to beat on any day. They're world champions, and you know, they just know how to hold themselves in any position on the court. No matter if they're up or down or leading very far, you know, they're not going to let that affect, they're not going to let the score affect their game.
11-18, Hodel going towards Cheng. Bump set to the left side. Cheng, cross court, crushing. 19, serving 11.
Yeah, phenomenal swing on that ball. That's a tough one. It's kind of in between because it was off, but Kelly's able to keep that ball in front of her and get that momentum. I mean, that's a hard one to stay or pull on.
You mentioned the World Championships, and other collegiate players are playing in the European Championships this week. Former NCAA and current NCAA stars.
A lot of volleyball this weekend. Ooh, and got it.
Cheng with a return package again. That brings us to match points, serving 11. Sara Hughes back to serve. Hughes goes towards York. Hodel and York crossing it up.
Kahlee's just a steady player. She can find the open court when it's given to her. She sees that open in the angle, and she's just going to put it there with great hand contact.
York back to serve. 12 serving to set match point number 2. And Sara Hughes cross court ripping for point, set, and a match as the number 2 seed of Kahlee Cheng and Sara Hughes defeat Xolani, Hodel, and Kahlee York 2 sets to 0, 21-18 and 21-12. Corinne, parting thoughts here after our matchup.
Yeah, a really good game. I mean, Kahlee and Sara are just so steady. I mean, they have the experience. They're just coming back from the Olympics. I've expected them to play well, and they did. And Xolani and Kahlee also playing really steady, and I think that we'll see more of them later on in this tournament.
With that, obviously, Cheng and Hughes advance to play the winner of the Charlie Ekstrom and Katie Lindstrom versus Savvy Simo and Abby Van Winkle matchup. That's match number 23. Awaiting results on that one. For Hodel and York, they drop down to the contenders bracket. And with that, for me, I'm Rob Espero. I'm done for the day, but we're going to welcome back in Victoria. Dennis will be taking you home with CQ, Corinne Quiggle on the horn. Until tomorrow, enjoy the rest of your day, but hang tight. More volleyball coming your way as we shift the net a few inches higher and catch the guys in action.
No, we got it. You do your thing.